I told a psychiatrist once that sometimes I can't get myself to shower, or I can't get myself to brush my teeth, or sometimes I can't get myself to make dinner. Like, it's just the hardest thing in the world, and I can't do it. Even if I think about it, even if I want to, I can't do it. And she told me, well, you know you can, right? You know you have the physical capability, right? So, you can. I never thought of that.
The most shocking thing that I've realized in 6 years of psychiatry is the staggering number of providers who do not understand what ADHD is. And we're taught this in school, and we're able to pass a test, we're able to prescribe the medications. But a lot of providers look at ADHD as a childhood condition, something that if you weren't diagnosed before you were 15, it's just not there. We're just going to overlook ADHD in adults altogether. A lot of people didn't have the proper access to care when they were kids. They didn't have the knowledge, and they found other ways to deal with their ADHD. Maybe they smoked a lot of pot, maybe they got drunk a lot. They found other vices, other ways to help regulate themselves. And that's what ADHD is. ADHD is a condition that makes it difficult for you to regulate your attention and to regulate your mood. When you struggle to regulate your attention and your mood, you're going to have a hard time prioritizing things. So you're running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and you're doing a lot of things, and you're somewhat effective, but you're not efficient. You're not doing the priority thing first. And when we don't go in order of priority, things become very painful because we're exerting a lot of energy and a lot of effort, but you feel like there's always something to do. That to-do list never ends. It just never ends. It seems like we can never clean our room because executive dysfunction is so wicked. And that's one of the worst things about ADHD, the executive dysfunction. Having a hard time writing out a to-do list and prioritizing what you have to do and then getting those things done. That's 3 steps right there, right? We have to write out the to-do list, then we have to prioritize it, and then we have to execute. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Even just writing out what you have to do is an accomplishment. And if we're able to get to where we can prioritize the tasks, then you start to see the magic roll in, because now we've positioned ourselves to attack the most important things first. And we go in order of what is going to bring us the biggest consequence or what's the most urgent thing. But when you don't go in order of priority, life is going to be very difficult for you, or life will have been difficult for you up until the point where you get some proper help for ADHD. And the way that we treat ADHD is through medications, stimulants first. And if you can't take stimulants, we can look into non-stimulant options. But I refer to the stimulants as the big boys. And ADHD is the most treatable psychiatric condition. So you got to bring out the big boys every now and then. Little Vyvanse, little Laurel, so on and so forth. And even if we don't use medications, there are ways to treat your ADHD without using meds. People don't know that. You can learn things that help you prioritize. You can adjust your diet. You can exercise more. You can spend time with people who have your best interests at heart. These are all things that can help you manage your ADHD better. But having a provider who tells you to just try harder, or tells you that you can just do it, it shows that they don't understand ADHD. They don't understand how disabling executive dysfunction can be. And they don't know how much of a living nightmare your life can be when you don't understand how to prioritize tasks and go from one thing to the next. For a lot of us, just completing a task, or forget completing a task, for a lot of us, just starting a task that we know we have to get done is a huge accomplishment. And the completing it, it's like we won the Super Bowl.